Good morning, students. This is the video of class 9 subject biology. So up to the previous video we had completed, that means that we were studying the tissue part. So that means the plant tissue is already completed. Now from this video we are going to start with the animal tissue. So what is this animal tissue? First, I would like to tell you about the animal tissue. So I would like to remind you all the tissue. What is tissue? Tissue is a group of cells that perform a specific function. That means if we are having the muscles, so muscles is having that means they are having the function of contraction and relaxation. If it is if I tell that bone gives us the support system. We are having the mouth is just we are having the mouth to eat. If we are having the heart is just beating. If we are having the blood, so blood is transporting the food material and all these things. So all the tissues are just divided according to their function, just like just I've given the example. If there is a nervous tissue is also there, muscles tissue is also there, so different functions are there. So mainly the animal tissue is divided into four categories. So let's see what is the four category that is it is divided. First is the epithelial tissue. So what is this epithelial tissue? We can say that epithelial tissue, or it is the covering tissue. So what it is, we will read in the next part of this video, but first just I'm taking the overview of this things. Second one, we are having the connective tissue. We can say it is connective tissue or it is supporting tissue. Third one, we are having the muscles tissue, or we can say the muscular tissue. So this muscular tissue is also known as contractile tissue. That means it's contract and relax. So the name is also given, it is contractile tissue. The last one, we are having the nervous tissue. So nervous tissue is just transporting the message from one place to the other. So this is the main four that means the animal tissue. So in these things we are going to read the other, that means the divisions. So first let's start with the that means let's first see the flow chart. So as I have told you all that it is mainly divided into four, that is the epithelial, connective, muscular and nervous. Now if we see the epithelial tissue, it is mainly divided into four category. What is first? First is squamous epithelial, second one cuboidal, third one columnar and ciliated. One more thing is also there, glandular. It is not given here, but glandular epithelial is also there. So these are the five epithelial tissue that we are going to read. So let's see here in the connective tissue we are going to read the four category. First, areolar, adipose, skeletal and fluid. In the areolar, tendon and ligament. In the adipose, there is no extension given, but in the skeleton again we are having two things, bone and cartilage. Bone is the hardest one, cartilage is the softest one. In the fluid part, in the fluid connective tissue, we are having the blood here and the lymph we are having. The other one, third one, is the muscular connective tissue. In the muscular, striated, non-striated and cardiac muscles we are having. In the last one, we are having the nervous system. So in the nervous system there is no extension, but the other three are having the extensions. So let's start with the epithelial tissue. So if I talk about the epithelial tissue, I would just like to tell you all in very short form. So what is this epithelial? See, if we are talking about the epithelial tissue, that means the one who is just present in the outside. That means the protective layer is known as the epithelial tissue. Either it is present in the outside or either it is present in the inside. Just like in the outside we are having the skin, this is epithelial tissue. If in the inside, if we see the lining of the esophagus, the lining of the mouth, the lining of the stomach, so all these things are just made up of epithelial tissue. So in the diagram we can see that they are just very simple in form. So there is two things given over here, simple and stratified. If the name is coming simple epithelial or simple anything, simple ciliated, cilium, simple columnar, simple cuboidal, that means it is just a that is made up of single cell. But if this name is coming stratified, that means it is made up of many layer of cells. So the main function of the epithelial tissue is to just protect the outer layer of the skin and underlying cells from an injury or from microorganism. So it also helps in absorption of water and nutrient, just like we will see about the ciliated and the columnar cells. Over there we will also see that they also helps in the absorption of the nutrient and the water. Yeah, in some area they are also having specific function of secretion, just like the, that means they will secrete the blood, they will secrete the saliva, they will secrete the enzyme, they will secrete the sweat. Just like if we are having the skin, so from the skin the sweat is coming out, enzymes, so we will see where the enzyme from, that means from which gland the enzyme is coming out. Saliva, it is coming out from the mouth. So over all these things the epithelial tissue is present.